Greetings, fellow Eorzeans and Warriors of Light. With the Fan Festival now over, we had a lot to digest with everything we learned so far, including the Shadowbringers expansion and what we can be expecting for 4.5 Part 1s and 2. Now, I did a video of the latest letter from the producer about everything that we did learn for 4.5. However, I decided to put in what we learned about the Blue Mage in this separate video, so without further ado. First, a little background information. Blue Mages, as their name implies, focus on what's known as blue magic, a special kind of magic that allows one to use attacks that would otherwise be exclusive to enemies. The exact method of learning blue magic has varied throughout the games, usually by killing enemies or willingly being hit by the attack. As such, blue mages often have a wide variety of useful abilities that they can turn around and use against their foes. Now, they're not as weak as other mage classes in terms of attack and defensive skills, and they are usually capable, well-rounded fighters who specialize in DPS. During the fan festival, Yoshi P said that they were tired of everyone asking when they would get a blue mage job. Now, to be honest, blue mage isn't the easiest job to do, especially trying to come up with one that will work in such a large-scale online game like Final Fantasy XIV. Nevertheless, they did find a way, and what a way to end Stormblood for us by giving us the new job in 4.5. Yoshi P stated that it was often easier to come out with jobs during an expansion, and they try to keep it that way for the sake of the development team. And this is the first time that we're going to be getting another job in a patch since Ninja way back in A Realm Reborn. However, this job is not like the other jobs in more ways than one. In accordance with Final Fantasy tradition, this classic job learns new abilities from enemies and wields them against their foes with blue magic. Yet this job is going to be the first limited job we have in Final Fantasy XIV, and when they said that it will be the first, it probably won't be the last one. And what they mean by limited is that they will be using some restrictions on this job compared to all the other ones. For example, this job will have no base class, and unlike the jobs we got for Stormblood and Heavensward, this one will be starting off at level 1 and it will have a level cap of 50 on release. But they did promise that it will be raised in the future. There are going to be new job quests added on release, so we can be expecting a brand new storyline and as we go along learning how to use this job. This job also uses ranged magic DPS or caster gear, and it's going to be sharing role actions with the Summoner, Red Mage, and the Black Mage, which you can get very easily now these days. For the unlocking requirements, you need to have at least one other job, either a Disciple of War or of Magic at level 50, and you need to have completed the 2.0 main scenario quest line for A Realm Reborn. So newer players don't need to worry about going out and getting the expansion of Heavensward or Stormblood just yet. And you can accept the quest line to become a Blue Mage somewhere in one of the Realm Reborn locations. They say that you are going to be able to accept the quest line from the Masked Carnivale, which is going to be a very special kind of area designed specifically for this job, and we are sure to learn more about it in the next letter from the producer, which comes out next month, but for now, we're going to be talking about why it's considered limited. Now, what makes this job so different from all others is that it's designed more for solo players, not well suited for parties. You will still be able to join up with parties and still run through dungeons, of course, but running through it as a blue mage is not recommended. Now, while blue mages will be able to learn abilities while they're in parties, only solo blue mages will be able to go to the Masked Carnivale. You will also be allowed to participate in instance duties, yet the capabilities of a blue mage are dependent upon what abilities you have learned so far. And you can only participate in instant duties if you already have a party that's ready to go. And of course, there are going to be some duties that you won't be allowed to run through, especially since you're only going to be able to cap it off at level 50. So like the duty roulette, the PvP roulette, deep dungeons, expert mode, alliance raids, all of that. This is not a job that you can level up the normal way of just running through dungeons and roulettes and expecting to get the level ups you need. Instead, you're going to have to rely upon normal progression through the main scenario quest line, defeating enemies and fates, and while most roulettes will be off limits, they did say that they will have a few that you would be able to run through it. But compared to other jobs, blue mages gain more experience upon defeating enemies in public areas, or rather in fates, so looks like people are going to be fate grinding again. Now, we don't know too much about the Masked Carnivale just yet. However, upon reaching level 50, you can use all the abilities you learn to undertake unique challenges in this new Blue Mage exclusive area, which is within the Masked Carnivale, which I think is going to be a little bit like maybe PvP and Eureka put together, but maybe not as extreme. What I do know is that you will have to employ abilities to exploit weaknesses of your enemies. Also, for learning abilities, I'm afraid that just leveling up will not be enough to learn all the abilities you need. All you need to do is see an opponent use a certain technique, and that's how you can learn it. You don't need to worry about getting hit with it or anything like that, you just need to see your opponent use it. And during the letter from the producer, they did say that you will rarely learn new abilities, and I'm not sure if I like it how they said rarely. In either case, it does mean that when you rush out there, you may not get the ability you want right away, even if you see it a few times. You may have to fight a whole bunch of enemies before you get it. Like, for example, if you run out to Thanalan and you're beating up these cactars so that you can learn the needlepoint attack. Maybe for the first 10 cactars that you fight and they use them against you, you don't learn it. But on the 11th, you might get lucky and finally learn it then. Which probably makes sense because I'm a slow learner anyway. Now, these abilities will be gained through combat, quest rewards, and other means besides increasing in level. And like you would think, these abilities will be relying upon MP, and the more powerful the ability, the more MP it consumes. Upon the release of Blue Mage, they told us that they're going to be having a total of 49 unique abilities, and up to 24 of them can be equipped to your hotbar at any given time. But these are sure to increase later on. Okay, so that's all we know for the Blue Mage job for now. I really am looking forward to it. I don't know about you, I have been desperately needing a new job ever since the beginning of Stormblood. I ran in there and I did both Samurai and Red Mage as fast as possible, so really ready for this. I'm really looking forward to it. Probably the only thing that I'm looking forward to more than the Blue Mage is learning what the main scenario questline is going to be. Right, so that's going to be it for now. My next video is actually going to be a predictions video of what I think that the story of 4.5 is going to be about and how it's going to be leading up into the idea of Shadowbringers. So I hope you're going to be looking forward to it. It should be up sometime tomorrow or on Thanksgiving, which will probably be my gift to you all. Hope you... Speaking of which, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving this year, and I'll be seeing you all sometime in the Duty Finder, hopefully. Bye!